On August 30th, just 7 weeks after arriving on campus, Baker Mayfield became the first true freshman walk-on quarterback in history to start a season opener at a BCS conference school. That day, he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns while running for another. Texas Tech beat SMU 41-23.
The first thing that comes to mind is Baker always had a ball in his hand, running down the hall, doing something, and he would always, in fact, after several broken vases, you never saw him without a ball in his hand. And he announced to James and I think he was 3, that he was watching Saturday morning cartoons in his TV chair, his favorite TV chair. And he jumped up and he said, "I'm not going to watch cartoons anymore, I'm going to watch ESPN." And he literally did that. I'm not joking. From that day on.
Mayfield hails from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas, where he led the Cavaliers to a state title his junior year. That season, the team went undefeated, and Mayfield threw for 45 touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. As expected, Division I scholarship offers started coming in from all over the country. And then they stopped.
It was terrible. And Gene and I, we threw out the subject of if we didn't get the offer to, and threw it to Baker, if we didn't get the offer, let's think walk on. And that was not very well received. So
Mayfield chose to walk on at Texas Tech, where his former high school teammate Michael Brewer was the starting quarterback. A few months later, Brewer injured his back, and Tech was left with 2 true freshman quarterbacks.
You know, we were really excited about Baker coming to walk on. We knew he was a scholarship-worthy kid. He had some offers early in the process, and for whatever reason, they fell through. But you know, anytime you can get a kid that type of a caliber, a player, to come walk on, and it was a difficult situation because we didn't want Baker to think that, oh, you know, we're viewing you just as a walk on. We know like what we're getting in you, scholarship numbers wise. We just don't have a spot, and so we were fired up the day he came. We put on a big presentation for him. Rolled out the red carpet for him. He meant that much to us, and fortunately for us, you know, he chose to walk on, and he's kind of writing his own story now.
After beating out fellow freshman quarterback Davis Webb, Mayfield started the first 5 games for the Red Raiders. And although a knee injury kept him out against Iowa State, he has amassed almost 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns in a season where he was not expecting to play at all.
He didn't think that, I can tell you that. But he grasped it and ran with his opportunity, and you could tell the moment wasn't too big for him.
It has just been, you don't have time to think about it. So honestly, right now, just saying out loud is probably the first time you really get to make it seem real, or talking about it makes it seem more real, I guess, because it's not like we sit around and talk about it. We're just trying to live in the moment.
Well, that's what
I'm very excited, very happy about it, but I'm not surprised at all. He always felt he was, as I said earlier, he was wired different. He has special skills. In terms of what he can do, in terms of throwing, are special, unique, and I know enough about it to be able to evaluate that, and not a lot of people can do it the way he does it. So if he's fortunate enough to have good players around him, then he may be able to pull off a really neat story. So, and if he doesn't play football, he'll be a good story. So.